Hey, Dr. Tom Preston here, and I want to chat with you today about something that I've noticed in my 25-year consulting career that holds a lot of people back from truly expressing the greatness that's within them. I'll give you a frame of reference. We'll talk about a twin study, which is very common in healthcare, as many of you know, where you take two people with identical situations, identical chromosome factors and identical genetics, and you follow them over time to see who gets which disease and why, and that kind of stuff. Right? It's a way to sort of control for variables. Well, we've done similar studies with not maybe identical twins necessarily, but with people who have very similar educations, who have very similar philosophies, have very similar mindsets and so on, and very similar systems and tools to work with. And this one is radically successful in business, and this one is mildly successful at best. So when you start to see this enough times, you start to realize it's not just a fluke or coincidence. There's actually something more going on than just the structure and the systems and the tools that people are using. And this goes into, in our model, what we call focus blocks. And focus blocks are those things that are blocking you from expressing the biggest and best that's within you relative to internal things, either between your ears or over your heart. And the one I want to talk to you tonight is about abundance versus scarcity mindset, which can also be subtitled giving versus receiving. So a worldview we share full circle is that the universe is balanced at all times. And if you've lived as long as some of us have, I'm in my mid-50s, we've had some things that have occurred in our lives that looked like they were just terrible, and then as the months or years go by, you realize that there was some silver linings. And if I challenge you to look at your life long enough and deep enough, and you'll find that everything that's a negative has a positive. There's always, hot to cold and good to bad and dark to light. The universe is balanced in its beauty at all times. It's my misperception that makes me think otherwise. So when we go into looking at the difference between giving and receiving, many people in the healthcare service industries, they want to give, they want to serve, and thank goodness they do, because it allows us to do what we all do and to serve our patient base and help them live a high-functioning, high-quality life, symptom-free, wellness-focused, whatever your particular position is. So thank goodness that we have a desire to serve. But what a lot of people want to try and do is just keep serving more and giving more and serving more and giving more, but they're terrible at receiving. And if you're following my mindset or my thinking here, saying that the universe is always balanced, well, then there has to be, in order to have more ability to serve, there must be equal ability to receive. So in other words, people are often, giving through a fire hose, but they're receiving through a tiny little straw. And so learning how to receive is actually a clinical skill set that will help you be a better servant, help you be a better practitioner in whatever your healthcare service delivery model is, all right? So looking at that, now let's look at this relative to dollars and cents. Let's look at relative to money. And again, there's a whole loaded conversation about what money is and isn't. And if you're interested, we're doing a program on February 26, 27 called Abundant Financial Mastery. It's a 2-day masterclass where we're going to completely deconstruct all of the myths and wives' tales and things you heard from who knows who, in my case, my parents, and help you understand truly what abundance and money is and why you deserve a lot of it in your life and why that's not a bad thing, right? As one of my great friends wrote a book, John DeMartini, he wrote a book, how to make a hell of a lot of money and still get to heaven. So we're going to deconstruct the myths, and then we're going to rebuild that in a more appropriate and more robust mindset around this concept of giving and receiving, particularly as it relates to money, around abundance versus scarcity mindset, so that you can truly receive the tremendous rewards that you're should be given for the incredible service that you offer, okay? So again, scarcity mindset tends to focus on lack and not enough, and it's tied to an inability to receive. So we're going to teach you how to receive in this program, and we're going to increase your abundance mindset, help you understand what money is, where it comes from, how it's really an exchange of service. It's a byproduct of the human mind and heart, and when you realize the truth of that, you can open your heart and your mind to more receiving, and you can just get some of the incredible abundance that you have been deserved all this time. So if you're interested, we'd love to have you there. But in the short term, please just think about your ability to give and receive. 9 times out of 10, when I ask that question to an audience I'm lecturing at, they tell me that there are better givers than receivers. So focus on that. If you'd like to get some help with that, we'd love to have you at our program. Hope you're enjoying your day.